If you ask a goldfish, how's the water? The goldfish will say, what water? Water is all the goldfish has known. It has no comparison. It does not know what it's like to be without water. If it did, it wouldn't be able to answer. And privilege is a similar thing. I am blessed with many privileges. I am cisgendered male. I am Caucasian in a majority in this country of Australia. I am educated. I am safe from immediate threat and danger of war, of most of the time of violence. I've been raised in a loving way. I have access to healthcare, more education, employment, housing. And sometimes these privileges have taken me a little while to really actually realize. My able-bodiedness is taken for granted until I remember to have gratitude for my capacity to stand up and walk away, to not be tethered to any equipment. And gratitude is a brilliant practice. Awareness of privilege is, for me, next level. I get to rest into that, to feel it, to empathize with people that don't have the same privileges, that don't have the same luxuries as me. So much to be grateful for. What do I do with my privilege? My choice is to be of service. It hasn't always been the way. Sometimes I have rested into that privilege and allowed it to carry me forward without having to make very much effort at all. And it has caused atrophy in my physical muscles and my mental, emotional muscles, where I'm not leaning in to life and putting in effort to overcome obstacles because I have so many privileges that I'm not even aware of some of the obstacles that humans face. I'm very grateful for the lottery that I have won in my life. I'm living in a time where concerns of humans don't even crop up for me. Where am I going to get my next meal from? Am I going to be safe tonight? These aspects are not in my consideration. So I bring them into my mind now to appreciate that I have the privileges that I have. So instead of resting back into the ease with which a person with my level of privilege can coast through life, and there is some guilt and shame around the coasting that I have done, I step up and vow and pledge to use the privilege that I've won by random chance, to use that privilege for the betterment of my community, to the betterment of the world. Sometimes it involves using my privilege to stand up and speak out, using the platform that comes relatively easily to me to make a point, to be strong, to be seen. Sometimes it involves getting out of the way, knowing when I need to leave space for another human to have their chance to share what they would like to share. And sometimes it involves actively supporting other people and other groups to rise up and have parity. Because there's an opportunity for equality that is not automatic. It does not necessarily flow that when people make the same amount of effort, they will get the same amount of outcome. There is too much blind luck, too much convenient and stereotypical ways of responding to people and groups of people for there to be parity between the amount of effort that people make. It's a tricky subject. I am no expert. I am doing my part by recognizing my privilege. I remember speaking to a woman on International Women's Day on the subject of gender equality, and her point was well made. If there was to be equality tomorrow, then whichever group had the privilege before would feel oppressed. They would feel that they were hard done by because of the unseen, unacknowledged privileges that fade into the background. So what can I do? How can I support at least the acknowledgement, if not the correction of imbalance in this world? I'm not saying that we are all the same. I am saying that we deserve to be treated fairly and equally, regardless of our differences. That is a world that I want to live in.